Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining another episode of the Marketing Lab podcast. Today, I am with Brad Horstman. He is the owner of a digital marketing agency called Convertr.Pro. Thank you so much for joining us today, Brad. We're looking forward to diving in and learning a little bit about some of the AI tools and resources that you have for us.
Awesome. That's great. Glad to be here.
Well, I know that just from talking with you that you have developed an amazing tool for reputation management using AI, but you've also leveraged AI for video scripts, content writing, educational pieces, and things like that to help business owners really hone in and refine their content that they're creating. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, some of the things that you've developed, and how you're currently leveraging AI in your business?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, to start with, I'm a scientist by degree. I'm a microbiologist, so I'm a very logic-based thinker. So anything that has flow and structure makes sense to me. So doing AI, that kind of has been a natural thing for me. But what I started my agency with the idea of helping small businesses grow, through lead generation, but also just building their businesses in ways that would sustain organic growth and not be reliant on paid ads, with the idea of building in systems to help them do the things that they may not be good at, which a lot of small business owners are not good at running businesses, they're good at their craft. So if we can set up automation and systems to help them move their sales processes, their customer experience, their reputation, branding, all that along with very little work by them, and building these systems and platforms for them is just increasing the assets of their business at the same time. So that's kind of how we focus our agency. And I got involved in really looking at AI. I was an early adapter with Jasper and what it was before Jasper, and way before ChatGPT came out, and just really thought it was cool. But when I first started, I did like everyone else. I'd put in like one sentence question, write me an article about this, and it would spit out an article, and you're like, yay! And then you read it, and it's like, wow, this is not that good. And I realize that, but a lot of people still prompt AI tools the same way, and they just publish it. So there's a lot of stuff out there that's AI that people will look at and go, oh, that's not good. I wouldn't use it. They're scared of AI. They don't understand it's going to be here regardless. So look for ways for it to benefit you, your company, your clients, make life a little easier, save some time, save and energy. Is how we looked at it. But I had to dive really deep. I wanted to create a tool for responding to reviews. Because I started doing, I would take, I'd get these reviews that were great, or I'd get to have clients who get bad reviews, and I'm like, all right, what do I write back? I don't even really know what happened. I'm just reading what they posted in the review. And so I started using AI and plugging it in and seeing what it would tell me to write. It was okay. It was a good start usually, but it lacked a lot of the emotions, feelings, and ways that you need to connect with people. And so we started on a process of developing a tool that would do that. And we had to take the GPT-4 and basically spend 6 months training it just on a psychological model for review responses. So it does nothing else besides the review response. And it is trained to show empathy. It shows compassion. It gives, it thanks the person for their time. It takes ownership, and has a subtle call to action built in. Without knowing anything that went on with the actual experience other than what they wrote, it responds 99.9% on point. It'll use their name. It uses industry-wide or market-wide keywords in the review, all of which are rating factors and ranking factors with Google now. So not only does it help get those responses for you, but it's also helping you rank. And statistically, less than 25% of businesses respond to 20% of their reviews. And they rarely respond to the 1 or 2 star reviews. They just let those go. They don't know what to say, or they respond back with like a personal attack, like, I'm going to defend myself. And it comes across as not so professional usually.
Yeah.
And that was the challenge. And so we created a tool it's a Chrome tool, Chrome extension. So you use it on any platform. And not only does it work for Google, but it works on every review platform, Facebook, any review you have, any system that you have log into, you can respond to a review. It also it correlates those for a monthly report, shows you all the reviews you got, all the ones you responded to, date, time when you responded to them, because those are all important. If you're doing it, you have an employee doing it, you have a VA doing these things, you can track how they were done, when they were done, and it just kind of helps with the accountability on that.
I love that. That's
So, yeah.
amazing. And I do think that that's one of the things that a lot of business owners might not realize, that if they're not currently responding to reviews, you could be leaving money on the table. If there's, for example, a customer that might not be happy about something, but you can reconcile it and go back and fix those things with just simply acknowledging it. And like Brad said, taking ownership and saying, hey, it's the concept of we messed up, but we're here to fix it. A lot of customers actually will come back and be very grateful for the fact that you address their concerns. So using this AI tool for reputation management can be completely game changing for your business. So that's amazing. I love that. I actually have the extension as well. So that's so neat. What would you say to business owners who are struggling from, say, like a branding and like lead generation aspect before they even get those customers in the door? Do you have any insight on getting new customers and converting them into the know, like, and trust factor to grow your brand using AI? Do you have any insight on that?
Yeah, I do. All marketing truly starts off with knowing your ideal client. So you can use AI for research into your market, into your niche, to know really who your ideal client is. You can see what, you can pull data and see what their pain points are. What are they looking for? What are they shopping for? What are they searching for? And then to engage with them is your first goal. It's not to sell them, it's to engage, to pique their interest, to get noticed. And that's where content really helps, either through social media posting, if your business is a business that can thrive or has good engagement possibility on social media, or through like blog articles and blog posts. All my clients, if they didn't have one, I put a blog on all their websites, because it's the easiest way to put fresh, relevant content out. And so that's, as a strategy, that's what we do for our ranking and to get exposure in the market is we just pump out relevant content. We'll go into an AI tool and search what are the trending topics for that niche and market, and then go from there. We'll write an article based on what the people are looking for, what they're asking, what they're needing. We also use, if we're looking to really focus in on Google rankings, we'll use what the Google section people also ask as questions to generate topics. Put those in AI tools. The important part of AI tools are they're just that, they're a tool. They're really good at getting the blank page to go away, to get started. But there are some things that you have to do for it to get the output that you want, that's relevant, that Google's going to look at and rank. Because Google, none of the search engines have anything against AI. It's just the content has to be original and relevant. And AI on itself, without much prompting, doesn't always give you that high quality.
Yeah, and I want to touch on that. One of the things, I think actually two things there, that as a marketer, if you're not currently writing blogs or leveraging blogs, that could be a great way to get your company or your client's company up in the Google ranking. So whenever people are searching for that company, it could be something that you wrote for your client or your own company. And that's wonderful that you can actually showcase this to Google or any of the search engines and say, hey, here's relevant information. And of course, these search engines want to populate your content in order to showcase to the consumer, the searcher, wow, look, we have something that's relevant to what you search. So I think that that's a really neat area of opportunity that could be low-hanging fruit that you can implement in your business. And then the second thing to touch on that is that well, like what Brad is saying, of course, while AI is a tool, that you can also go back and modify the content that the AI system generated. So it might not be perfect, and that's okay. Don't necessarily shy away from it. You can use it as a framework and then go back and customize for your brand, your client's brand, to come up with that relevant content that does match with some of the key search terms that your client's company would want to rank for. So that's something to consider, coinciding with what Brad is talking about. So thanks for that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And on that part of your input, what you input into an AI tool is directly correlates to what comes out. And so if you wanted to write a 1,500 word article, you can't write a 1-2 sentence prompt for it to do that. So the way that I do it for my business and for all my clients is I start off building a persona. So I put in detail, who the company is, what they believe in, what their mission is, how they work, what the types of things that they accomplish for their clients. Then I'll say the objective, what I want it to do. I'll give it a framework to do it in. I'll tell it what output format I want it in. Any special things I want, like I want natural language. I don't want bullet points. How I want it formatted. And then I will ask if, do you understand? Is there, and one of the things that we've been adding is on anytime you're going to do a prompt, before you actually tell it to execute it, is there any other question I could answer for you about this? And if there's any type of clarity, it will actually ask you for clarity on something, and then execute. And then you always have to go through and read. Even with the best prompting, and there's some things that AI is not always good at, and that's emotions. It's experiential phrases and data. So if you go back through an article and add in some experiential words like in the past our clients have, or seeing the excitement in our clients on their new such and such. Those are things that AI won't put into something, but it's what adds that human effect to it that really helps to engage with people. And then also, whenever you're doing it, if you're doing it for ranking it, you add in the keywords that you want to rank for. You can ask the AI what are good keywords trending right now. Ask them to write the article with SEO in mind, optimized, and they'll include the keywords. They'll make sure it's not too many keywords, and it's very good at doing those type of functionalities to help you with your SEO. And then that same sense, for local businesses, one of the other really good ranking things that we do is video marketing. And for that, we'll jump in and have AI write a script. And we're not talking about like going on scene to a client and actually recording a video. Most of our videos are 30 to 60 seconds. There's no actual live footage. It's still pictures, graphs, charts. Could be a spokesperson, could be AI spokes voice, because those have gotten a lot better. And there's ones now that you can actually go in and train your voice, so you can practice using your voice, and it comes back pretty good on it. So we have a few of our clients that we've done that with. So all their marketing material, all the videos we make are their voice onto a 30-second commercial that we've just popped in and created a quick script about something that's relevant. And those videos, you put them in YouTube or Vimeo. You use the YouTube because it ranks better for Google. Use the SEO keywords and the tags and do all that right. And those videos in local marketing will show up before any organics. They are top on the list. So it gets really good exposure. And the client even doesn't have, they're really not even doing it. They don't have to think about taking their phone and recording what they're doing. It's super easy to do, and it gets really good results.
I love that. Well, I love video marketing. To me, it's one of the things that it brings so much personalization into a brand. I'm a sucker for it. So, and I love doing it. I think there's that relationship in the personal building aspect of things. So, actually, the AI aspect of things is something that I'm currently starting to use in some of the videos that I'm creating as well, using the avatars, the voice, developing scripting, of course, in AI. So it's a change from I grew up, I say, being on site and filming the video testimonials, lining it up. And actually, I feel like I got really good at it, and I love doing that. It was something that I feel like naturally gravitated towards. So, in this new generation where AI is so prominent, leveraging the tools and resources, that I almost laugh at all the things that we did to come up with the content that can now be done so quickly. So that's something that is as the world and things evolve, that you have to adapt in your business too. And it's something that I'm actively doing. So it doesn't necessarily always replace, the on-site. There's a time and a place for that as well. But at the same time, it's incredible just to see all of these different tools and the systems in place that you could really replace and get to the same point, basically, of what the brand is trying to achieve. I love that. Well, in conclusion, can you tell us, I would say probably like maybe some of the top things that you would recommend to any business owner who's trying to grow their brand or learn how to use AI? What would you say to them as far as where to get started? Maybe reach out to you. We'll drop in the comments links to Brad so you can reach out to him and send him a message if you'd like. But what would you say to any business owner that's trying to grow their brand or who is just starting out?
Well, don't be scared of any type of marketing you do. It could be guerrilla marketing and you're out handing out flyers at a festival, to jumping in and looking at AI to create video scripts for you. There's no right or wrong way to do these things. It's just that you do it and you practice and you kind of evolve along with it. There's plenty of resources out there to help you shorten that learning time. And there's agencies that like we do it for them, because that's not what they want to do or they do. Yeah. But for our marketers and other agency owners that we also work with, it's really just getting information, getting some know-how, sharing your experience and what's worked with your fellow man. Really, it's we give away and give out more training and teaching and resources than we charge for, just because it's one, it feels good. Two, it's just everyone learns together and it's kind of just builds together. But yeah, if you're looking to, the number one, if you're a local business or you're helping local businesses, is to stay local. So do your Google business profile, make sure that's optimized, and your reviews, make sure you're getting reviews on a steady basis. You don't have to have 100 come in at within a week, but if you had 5 come in every couple weeks or 5 a month, but every month they're coming in, Google likes to see consistency. And as soon as they come in within 7 days, you want to review. You want to respond to every review, because that's part of the new ranking factor with Google. Not only is it getting reviews, but it's that you're engaging and you're responding, because they want to see that a business owner is not only running and doing a service, but they're also engaging with their clients. So reviews and review responses are a huge place to pick up quick, fast rankings. And then the higher you rank, obviously, the more leads and clients you're going to generate. If you can get in the top 3 in maps, you're good. You're going to have a majority of those calls that are coming in, as long as you keep your reviews there. And if you get a bad review, don't worry about it. You can turn any 1-star review into a 5-star buying experience, because you're going to show that yes, we make mistakes. And statistically right now, people don't believe the companies that have 100 5-stars only. That's true. People are catching on that, okay, maybe those aren't all real. I want to see a company that really is going to, I know business, they're going to have a bad day once in a while, but how do they respond to it? And the most important thing about any type of review response, whenever you're writing a response, you're not writing a response to the reviewer. The key is you're writing a response to every visitor who reads that. Yep. And right now, 85% of people read reviews and review responses before making a buying decision. So that's what, you don't not doing your responses, you're missing out. Not only in ranking, but you're missing out on engagement with your potential clients. So yeah, absolutely. Reviews are probably the number one thing. And people are always scared to ask because they think people aren't going to do it, and they don't. Most of the time they don't. They're busy, they forget. So it's always good to have some sort of system in place. Either if they're coming to visit you, you ask them why they're there. You give them a card with a QR code or something. Ask them to do it while they're standing there. Dentists, doctors, anyone that comes in for appointments, we actually build it onto their check-in. We have an app for their check-in, so when they go into an office, they sign in like they normally would. That captures their information, and then 30 minutes after their appointment, they get a text message or an email. How was your experience? Can you give us a review? Doctors and dentists love those kind of things because they don't have to do anything. Makes it much smoother. And then we have the same kind of thing for service-based people. So if they carry a tablet, do the same thing when they check in. You're capturing their information, their email in case you didn't have it, and then automation just kicks in. All the emails are AI driven. We've built them all through AI so that they're connecting with that market. And if you don't have either of those options, you take your clients every month and you send them an email. We do a 3-series email. So because people will forget, you give them a direct link right into where they can leave the review. Or you can do SMS text messaging as well. That works as well. So yeah.
I love that.
That's what I would do.
So much good insight there. Some of the techniques I've tried, some of them I haven't yet, and I need to, and it's definitely on the list of things that I'm learning and implementing in my own business as well. Whenever you watch this, be sure to drop in the comments the next thing that you're going to try from Brad's recommendations. But Brad, thank you so much for joining us today. You gave us so much wisdom and insight, and I know it's from the amazing experience that you've had working in different fields of marketing. It's not just one thing, it's multiple things a lot of times that combine together can bring you so much success in your business. So thanks so much for joining us today, Brad.
Absolutely. Thank you.